From the Alabama News Network, this is Your Community This Week on ABC 32.
Hello everyone, welcome to Your Community This Week. I'm Mandy McQueen. Today we'll be talking with Joyce Lloyd Davis and Diana Gray with the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority to discuss their upcoming Founders Day. But first, I'm joined by Melanie Golson and Danielle Crow with the Montgomery Zoo, and we also have another special guest with us as well. Last time we had a spider, or a tarantula, not a spider, tarantula. And this is Desi, right?
Desi, correct.
And she's a king snake?
She is. She's a desert king snake.
Desert king snake. Well, she's very pretty, actually. I know some people are kind of like iffy with snakes, but she's been pretty good, and I assume she doesn't bite or anything like that either.
No, she really is a very laid-back, docile snake. She loves to be handled. So.
Yeah, she looks like she's enjoying it. She's going to be a TV star. Okay, so we're discussing the upcoming annual zoo weekend, 44th annual zoo weekend. So what all do we have in store?
We have 44 years, first of all. It has really grown. And so we have, we just kind of turned the whole zoo into a carnival. We have 2 stages of entertainment.
So some live music?
Some live music. Okay. We have local choirs and dance troops and karate demonstrations. The Montgomery Canine Unit will be out there. The SWAT mobile will be out there.
So a lot of cool things.
A lot of cool things.
Yeah, I saw that they were bringing the canine, and I wondered if they were going to bring the canine who was on the TV show.
I think so. I think he's the one that gets to come, yeah.
So y'all will be a bunch of stars there.
Yeah, we have lots of stars. We have about 13 or so carnival-like games, bounce houses, giant slides, rock climbing wall, all of that just for fun. And of course, all of the animals.
Yeah.
And education will be out with some of their signature animals. Awesome. And it's just a lot of fun. But we like to remind people that it's also an opportunity for them to give back to the zoo because it's our largest fundraiser of the year.
And where do the proceeds go to?
Yeah, this year, well, for the last several years and this year, we have been working towards funding the construction of a new reptile facility where we hope to have a Indian gharial. They are endangered, but we are working with the Indian government and their conservation organization to hopefully get one here in Alabama, and it will be one of only about 7 in the States. Wow. So yeah.
So how did Montgomery get that opportunity?
Our deputy director is just, he's a huge fan of reptiles and alligators and all those sorts of things. Yeah. So it was just on his, list of if I could have anything I wanted, and so
I would choose that.
Yeah, and he said, and so we've just been working towards getting it, and it's going really well. I think hopefully by if not late this year, early 2021, we'll be able to start construction. But we also want to get a Komodo dragon and a king cobra and a giant tortoise.
Oh, that'll be neat.
Yeah.
Now, the Indian gharial, is that a crocodile or an alligator?
It's a crocodile,
Okay.
and it's critically endangered. So being able to have another one in the States that you could pair with another zoo would be a big step for conserving the species.
So what, I know you're kind of the educator in this, so what makes them kind of different from other crocodiles, if you know?
So they have a much more elongated snout.
Okay.
Their bodies are just a little bit more slender, and they actually can grow to about 25 feet in length. They're pretty big guys, but like Melanie said, unfortunately, they're critically endangered because of the population in India, and the rivers where we find them are quite polluted. So their habitat is beginning to be destroyed.
Now, people will also be able to see Desi that weekend.
Yeah, we're hoping so. Hopefully, our weather will be nice, and it'll be nice and warm, and our reptiles
talk to Ryan
will be able
about
to be out.
that.
Yeah,
and then you guys will
get
get
to be warm. So
unfortunately, if it's under 75 degrees, I can't bring my reptiles out. So let's hope for 75 degrees and higher.
Because when it gets cold, they just kind of curl up and they like.
They do, yeah. It's not a good environment for them. They're what we call cold-blooded. So that means that they have to get their heat from their environment. And so if it's cold, then they stay cold. They don't warm up.
Cool. And we were talking about this before we went on, but how old is she?
She's about 3 years old. She came to us from a private individual, so she's been handled all her life. But the really cool thing that I love to tell people about king snakes is they're good to have, and we have them here in our in Alabama, in our state. King snakes have an immunity to snake venom. And so these guys will actually eat venomous snakes.
Okay.
So
they're
if you
the
have a
good
king
snakes.
snake in your yard, that's good.
Okay. So do people have to worry about them really trying to bite them or come
No,
at them?
king snakes generally, like I said, they're pretty docile.
Okay.
Usually if they see a person, they're going to go the other way.
Gotcha.
They're more fearful of you than you are of them.
Okay, very nice. And she seems pretty chill. We like her.
Yeah.
Okay, and so for the weekend, I know you said you got a lot of things going on. Everything for the kids, rock climbing mountain.
Yeah.
And also, I know there's a lot of different reptiles to look for, but you've also got some
Yes.
special guests as well.
We do. We have the stormtroopers that will be here from Vader's Fist,
Neat.
and we have Big Mo and McGruff the crime dog, and of course
yes.
our own Zooby-Doo will be there. And we will have the most loved princess and princesses from
Okay.
our Disney characters.
So something for everyone.
There will be something for everyone. There's lots of opportunities to take photographs. We'll have keeper talks. We've got great concessions. Our education department and animal care department are going to have a great bake sale. So if you like to bake and would like to donate cookies, just call the zoo at 625-4900 and let us know.
Okay.
But we've also added what we have dubbed the barbecue shack.
Ah,
So we will have smoked pork barbecue,
Okay.
Baked potatoes. So if you want to
that sounds
barbecue on your potato, you can welcome to have that. Boiled peanuts, all sorts of just fun food.
Okay, so we're going to continue to talk about the food in just a minute. We got to take a break real quick. Our conversation with Melanie Gilson and Daniel Crow continues in just a moment. You're watching Your Community This Week on ABC 32. Welcome back. With us on Your Community This Week is Melanie Golson and Daniel Crow to discuss the upcoming zoo weekend, and that is in March, right?
Right, March 7th and 8th.
Perfect.
So.
And before we went to the break, we were also talking about the food. And so there's a bake sale, and then you'll also have barbecue.
Yeah,
right?
we'll have smoked barbecue. We'll have baked beans. We'll have baked potatoes, and all the fixings for the potatoes, boiled peanuts, and anything else we can think of that we can do for the weekend. But all of the proceeds from the bake sale and the barbecue sales go directly back into our animal care department and our education department to fund their enrichment programs, buy supplies for enrichment, things like that. We just had Enrichment Day, and so that requires a lot of extra things that we collect. A lot of it, a lot of it's donated, but sometimes there's things that they would like to purchase, and it helps with their training too. So.
And how did the Enrichment Day go?
Enrichment Day went great. Everybody had a great Valentine's, and so it was a lot of fun. So that's they do that every day behind the scenes before the animals come out every morning or every evening when they come in. But it's nice to let everybody else see.
Give that kind of behind the scenes look, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we were talking about too volunteers. You always need volunteers.
We always need volunteers. We need someone. We need people that can help with our games. Just kind of manning those and kind of giving directions, passing out the prizes. Everybody wins a prize, and kind of monitoring the bounce houses and making sure there's not too many kids in there at one time. Helping at our different attractions, helping at the train, the sky lift, giraffe encounter, petting zoo, and so we need about 120 each day. We have them do it in shifts. Yeah. So we're not asking for your whole Saturday or Sunday, but if you would like to give us your whole Saturday and Sunday, we certainly appreciate it. We are very grateful to McDonald's and Murphy Family Restaurants. They are providing lunch for all of our volunteers and staff on both days, on Saturday and Sunday. So we're pleased about that. So we make sure that you have treats and lunch and water.
You're well taken care of.
You're well taken care of. And it's a lot of fun. You get to meet see a lot of friends that maybe don't ever see. But you get to have a lot of fun with the kids. The kids are the ones that are really having, the ball. And so, it doesn't matter, you need school hours for your honor society or any of your other social clubs. We need you to be at least 13.
Gotcha.
And we keep everybody in pairs pretty much. Sometimes you're in threes, but usually it's pairs. So grab a friend and sign up. They can do that on our website, or they can just call the zoo. Again, that number is 625-4900 and say, hey, I want to volunteer for Zoo Weekend. And I also want to mention too, That's our annual membership drive for our Zoological Society.
Okay.
They are instrumental in helping us raise funds for the different exhibits, expansions, getting new animals, things like that. And so all membership categories will be discounted $10
Okay.
the 1st through the 14th. So even before, but sign up if you come that weekend, you sign up that day and it's effective that day. So
Okay.
you can go right into the zoo. The zoo weekend is free for zoo members and it's regular admission. But all of our games do, because it's a fundraiser, we sell tickets for the games and the rides and all that sort of thing. It's 10 tickets for $5.
Okay.
But again, all of that goes back into our capital campaign for the reptile facility.
All goes to a good place. And what's the perks of being a member?
It ranges depending on what you need. A basic family membership, which is 2 adults and up to 6 kids, is like $100, so it would be $90 during the weekend. Or if you want to add the train each time you come, it would be $130 that weekend.
Okay. Yeah, and the train is a fairly new thing. How has that
Yeah,
been at the
it has
zoo?
been great. We have had a lot of fun with our new train. It's all electric, so
Yes,
that's been keeping that going and making
Right.
sure it's charged, just like any of our other rechargeable
Right.
toys. But we're working with a local painter to paint the cars so that they
Okay.
match the engine. So.
Very nice.
But yeah, and we were going to have it done before all this rain, but
See,
and I
that's why we gotta talk to
apologize.
Ryan too. It's all the rain. That's his fault.
Yeah, we haven't been able to get a lot of things done that we'd like to do.
Yeah.
So, but it's always so much fun.
Right.
Yes.
We did move it last year due to what we thought was going to be severe weather.
Yeah.
But if it's just light rain, kind of like it is today, and there's a little
Right.
sun peeking through, we'll be there.
Perfect.
And so it'll be a great weekend.
Perfect. Well, you heard it here, ladies. A lot of fun things to do. Desi will be there as well.
Yes.
If it's warm enough, that's the
Yeah.
thing. So, yeah. All right, thank you again for your time, and thanks for watching. You're watching Your Community this week on ABC 32. In a few minutes, we'll chat with the ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Today we're talking with Joyce Lloyd Davis, the Founders Day chairwoman for the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority, and committee member Diana Gray as well on ABC 32. And thank you so much for joining me, ladies.
Thank you.
Yes, and we were just talking about this. You coordinated very well with the green and the pink, and that's the sorority colors, right?
That is correct.
Perfect. And so Founders Day is coming up, so tell me the details about that.
So our Founders Day event is excitingly coming up on March the 8th, and that's a Sunday.
Right around the corner.
The event, that's right, and it'll start at 2:30. It will be held at Wind Lakes Country Club, which
Okay.
is here in Montgomery. And we're excited that our speaker this year is the Mayor, Stephen Reed.
Yes.
Our theme is the importance of making history. And it's quite cutting that he's the speaker
Right,
leading
right.
that message, as he's just recently made history as the first black mayor for Montgomery, Alabama.
Yeah, I was going to ask that to you, ladies. What does that mean for you and for your sorority, as well being an African American sorority? How exciting is that?
Well, we thought it was important for us to talk about why it's important to make
Yeah.
history. We oftentimes look at people and we see them making history, but we don't understand the importance behind it.
Right.
So along with that, we are going to honor some others in this community and river region that have made history. We're going to honor people like Dr. Andre Harrison, who was the first black superintendent for Elmore County. In Elmore County also, Judge Bill Lewis, who's the first black and only black judge in Elmore County, so that's quite an achievement. Others will include the Honorable Vanzetta McPherson, Kim Davis,
Okay.
first black news
Yes.
anchor for WSFA, first black female news
Right.
anchor for WSFA. So we're excited to honor those folks, and we think that it's important to recognize that the achievements they've made and what they've given back to our communities.
Right. And how will you honor them? Will they have a special plaque or anything like that, or?
Yes, they will have a special
Okay.
plaque, and we will again honor them with those awards and talk about their achievements.
Yes.
Perfect, perfect. And Mayor Reed, he's giving the keynote message
Yes.
for that. Okay. And so, how did you all kind of decide who would get honored for this event?
So we were very strategic with it. Our member at large, we were able to nominate individuals that we thought were worthy of that great distinction of being the first person to, what we call a history maker here in our community. And then the committee voted on, we had a list of nominees, and we voted on some of those that we thought were a little more notable, and we tried to get a variety of categories and kind of diversified the mix of history makers in our community.
Right, and for the event, do people need a RSVP, or who all can attend the Founders Day?
Well, this is an open event, so it's open to the public, and we have tickets available. We have a ticket outlet, and you can purchase a ticket through PayPal. So our PayPal email address is bnotreasurer@gmail.com, and the ticket outlet is the office of Sandra Lewis, downtown Montgomery, the law firm office of Sandra Lewis. Okay, and she's located at 8 Commerce Street, Suite 700.
Perfect. And how much are tickets?
Tickets are $60.
Okay. And for individuals. Okay,
Yes,
perfect. And again, that's coming up. What's the dates again for that?
March 8th.
March 8th. Perfect. And then Mayor Stephen Reed, of course, he'll be the keynote speaker for that. So we're going to continue our conversation in just a moment. You're watching Your Community This Week on ABC 32. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're talking with Mrs. Joyce Lloyd Davis and Diana Gray with Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority on Your Community This Week, and we're discussing Founders Day that's coming up pretty soon in March, and this is the 112th.
Yes.
Right, so you all ladies are making history yourself as well.
That's right.
Definitely.
How exciting is that for you all?
It's very exciting because we can just think about all of the years that we have been serving the community, throughout these 112 years. So it's very exciting for us to reflect back and celebrate one another.
And tell me a little bit about the sorority as well, if people maybe aren't familiar with it. I know you all do a lot of things in the community in service as well.
Yes, well, it was established on January 15th, 1908. And on the Historical College campus of Howard University. And ever since then, we have been focusing on community building, enhancing our education for high schoolers, and even with our college-educated women. We give scholarships. We have very different programs and initiatives to build up our communities and promote growth.
Right.
Built on the premises of service to all mankind.
Yes.
That's our motto. And we do want to serve mankind alike through our service work in the community.
Well, thank you so much, ladies. And Founders Day, again, is coming up, and you can buy tickets. You can use it for PayPal or go by the law firm as well.
Yes. So once again, you can purchase your tickets through PayPal using the email address bnotreasurer@gmail.com and the law firm office of Sandra Lewis, located at 8 Commerce, Suite 700.
Perfect. And the tickets also include a lunch too, right?
Yes, so they're $60 per person, and that includes a lunch at Wind Lakes. So if you've been to Wind Lakes, they have a great lunch. So we're pretty excited about that. And it's happening again on March the 8th. That's a Sunday. We will begin at 2:30, honoring those individuals who have made history in our community. So we want to honor the history makers and just celebrate that greatness for our community. Others that we have on that list that we want to honor is Sheriff Derek Cunningham, who's the first black sheriff here in Montgomery County. Pretty excited about that.
He's so nice too.
He is a super nice guy. Congresswoman Terry Sewell, she's among our list.
I'm from Selma as well. So.
Among our list of honorees. And then there's a gentleman, Marquise Forge, who is the first, he's a co-founder of the first bottling company that has been recognized by the state, designated as state, official water. So we're pretty excited to have Mr. Forge among us as well and his accomplishments.
So will all of them be able to attend, like Sheriff and Terry Sewell, will they be able to attend?
Yes, our honorees are certainly a part of our program, so they have special seating. We've invited them to come, and we've invited them to bring their guests or staffers or individuals that would like to see them receive this honor. So we're expecting most of our honorees to be present at the event.
Perfect. And now, do you all also have another event coming up in April as well?
We do. So April, we will have a spring event, and it's Le Cuisine en Blanc.
Okay.
A little fashioned after Dinner en Blanc, for those who may be familiar with that. So basically, it is a upscale outdoor picnic. That will take place downtown Montgomery at the amphitheater. And so we're pretty excited about that event, and we'll have ticket information coming out regarding that very soon. And we look forward to maybe even coming back here to talk about that event.
Also, and will that one be open to the public as well?
Yes, it's open to the public as well. And it is one of the fundraisers that we usually start through our special projects so that we can collect money that we can give out through our community grants in the community and help to support the scholarships that we give out to young people for the promotion of continued education.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you.
Yes, definitely appreciate it. And hopefully you will be back so we can discuss that one as well coming up in April. So thank you for your time as well. And if you have a guest or topic suggestion, then grab a pencil. We'll tell you how to send us the information next on Your Community This Week. And to suggest a guest for Your Community This Week, contact our producer, Lois Crenshaw. Her email address is lcrenshaw@allen.tv, or you can call her, that number on your screen, 334-649-1071. And that's going to wrap it up for us today on Your Community This Week. Thank you for joining us, and join us again next week. Have a great week, everyone.